Good evening, fabulous CC moms and dads. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to show you my first attempt at a bullet journal. I'm using a notebook by Code and Quill. I liked the weight of the paper, and I just thought it looked nice. I'll show you the inside though. There's something that I don't love. On the left side of the paper, you have that dot matrix paper that is so popular for bullet journals, and on the right side of the page they have lines with tick marks. And the dots don't exactly match up with the lines, so I think in the future I might get a different kind of notebook, and so that I could have consistent spacing on both pages. Since we are CC families, I'm going to show you the back of this journal first, and then I'm going to work my way to the front. Here's the key, by the way. I used a post-it note. Let me get it to focus for you. I used a post-it note just to have the key handy in the front of the notebook. Okay, here's the back of the notebook. For CC days, I reserved a 2-page spread for each week. So there are 24 pages set aside for each week. 24 2-page spreads set aside for each week. And then I created pages for recording mastery of concepts or practice for the CC concepts. And it took 4, 5, 6 pages to fit that in, including the presidents. And then I wrote down all the lyrics to the Timeline song so that we could do a better job of memorizing the Timeline song and writing down the hand motions that go with. Since we're schooling more than just the 24 weeks of CC, I added 12 weeks of summer school. And I am making this up as I go along, according to the books and tools that we use. I wanted space to include a verse about character, science, math, writing, biographies, spelling, peacemakers. We love that curriculum, by the way, and Bible history. And then in similar format, I have another memory master section here for summer school with the 12 weeks listed. I will color in when we say the whatever sentences we're saying here, and then we have a proof section here at the end to do. Obviously we don't have tutors or directors in homeschool for summer school, but that's going to have to be either friends or grandparents. Okay, after that I started with spelling rules. We're using Logic of English, and we're just starting to learn our spelling rules. I set aside 2 pages at first, and then I quickly realized we need a lot more than 2 pages to write down all these rules. So they start to go backwards, but that's okay. That's spelling. And then I wrote down some goals I have for my toddler. This is not done, but my toddler is turning 3, and he just needs some attention to learn what his letters are and what they sound like, and counting to 20. He can count to 20. He always skips number 15, so we just need to work on that more. Now let me take you to the front. Like all bullet journals, there's an index, but I have included in this some other things that you may not see in other bullet journals. Like there is a miracles page. I just want to record for our family what miracles we're seeing God do. And there's a section for sermons here, although it's not big enough. Okay, I have a future log here. On the left is a way to write down how you feel, or how I feel I am doing in these particular areas of spiritual life, what I call wifing, just how well am I serving my husband right now, homeschool, parenting, keeping the home and money, fitness, and then some business items that I have, as well as family and friendships. You'll have to excuse that I have a cold right now. I apologize for if my voice sounds funny. On the inside of these triangles, I've written down why I think I have, like, how did I come up with a 5 or 6 for friendships and family? And I am, for example, for this, I'm reaching out consistently. For homeschool, we are back on track, but on the outside of the triangles, I've listed ways to lift this number higher. And for example, in homeschool, I want to track better, like track what we're doing better, more consistently, doing our memory work, and protect our schedule a little bit better as well. And so these goals will be transferred to this page, 2017 goals. I divided a future log, what we call a future log, into trimesters. So I'm starting in June. I will write birthdays and events, traditions, etc. down here. And on the right-hand side, just a general, kind of like a vision board will go on these pages. So you could probably see I'm not so artsy. I am more just, let's get to the point. And that is good for me. The next page is a monthly spread. This is this says May and June because there are a few dates left in May, but most of this is mainly June. I want to write down top goals for the month. I'll break those down from the yearly goals and the trimester goals, top goals for the month. What challenges am I facing in accomplishing those goals, and what is my victory plan to overcome those? Self-care, personal development plan, birthdays, traditions, field trips, and hospitality. Traditions, I will give you an example. We are starting for the first time ever an annual family day. On June 11th is our first annual family day. I got that idea from Sally Clarkson. Love it. And so on the left here, house care, I wanted to write down all the different things that we need to do to take good care of this home. And I will color in the days that I do it, each item on the boxes here. And you'll see there are mistakes throughout this bullet journal. It's my first attempt, and although I like things to be perfect, far from it. So I just decided I'm going to roll with it, and it's fine. I have a space for what are our biggest accomplishments, and what are we anticipating for next month in terms of what do we need to accomplish, and what are our challenges. Okay, here's my first weekly spread. I wanted to try a Dutch door. This is called a Dutch door. I used to use a planner pads. Have you heard of planner pads? I used to use planner pads, and planner pad does a good job of breaking down tasks in one spot, and then they have scheduled appointments in another spot. And I just got really used to running a schedule that way and love it. So here you can see I have scheduled events on top, and I have tasks on the bottom. God, chores, errands, meals, family, CC. And then these are just goals: personal, professional. That includes CC. Active Mom, this is a group that I run. It's like a community group that I run. And then you can turn the page, and you still have all the dates on the top of the page. And I have space for answered prayers or dreams, and requests, like prayer requests, ideas to ponder, things to think about or read, or any inspiration that I find. I have another page for memory work and reading. I'm not sure if I need this page here, or if I need this many pages for each week, since I have the space in the back of the book. And I even have another page that's blank. I don't know what I might use this for, but if I don't use it, that's all right. I will, the next time I do a weekly spread, I'll leave this extra page out, or I may not even do a Dutch door again. It just depends on how well this works for me. The bad part about this book is I am already realizing I'm not going to have many more weeks that fit in this book. Because look, it's already almost filled up. This is the space that's left right here. In any case, I hope that this has been interesting for you. This is a bullet journal for a CC mom, and it includes some other areas that you might not see in somebody's regular bullet journal. Have a great night.